Yo, what's going on YouTube? And welcome back to another Minnesota Twins game review. We haven't made one of these in a while, and what I mean by these is a loss. We've lost not a lot of games, only 11 this year. Not a lot have come in the last week, 2 weeks. Literally 3 losses in like the last 2 weeks. I ain't complaining about that, and I don't know if I can tell the future or if what I say ends up happening, because I said the Twins were going to lose today. They did. Now, again, I don't know if that's telling the future or if what I'm saying is impacting how they're playing. But, yeah, it was a tough game. Nothing else you can really say about that. I mean, I didn't watch it because I was at work. I literally am just getting back home at 11:30 from work. I started work at like 11:30 this morning. Long day. I'm going to be working all day again tomorrow. There's a chance I'll get to see the ending of it, though, but I just want to put that out there for you guys. So let's have a discussion down in the comments about the game. I've watched the highlights. I've watched the game review from MLB, and I'll give you my take on it. I mean, it doesn't take a lot to read these stats here. So let's look at the stats. Let's look at the box score. 6-3 in favor of the Yankees. Gibson takes his first loss of the year. Holder got the win after Paxton went down early. And let's just look at the pitching. So Paxton went 3 innings before having knee soreness, gave up 2 hits, 1 run, 3 walks to his 1 strikeout. Not the kind of stuff that, I mean, maybe it was the knee injury, but that's not, those numbers don't stand out at you, right? I mean, that's not what you would have thought maybe Paxton would have been throwing. But on the other side, Gibson just didn't look good tonight. He did not look great. 7 hits in his 5 innings of work, allowed 5 runs. 2 of them were earned, though. We'll talk about that. 2 of them were earned, 2 walks on 5 strikeouts. So, I mean, lots of hits, lots of runs. But if you look at the box score, the Yankees scored 6 runs on 8 hits, 1 error. We had 3 runs on 4 hits and 2 errors. That's the biggest thing about this game. Like I said, it doesn't take a lot. It doesn't take me watching the game to know that when you make 2 errors, you're probably not going to win the game. And when the other team scores 6, boom, I don't even have to finish it. They're going to win the game. I mean, almost every time. If somebody could tell me how many times the Twins have won this year when the opponents have scored more than 6, I'd love to hear it. I think we've done it twice against Kansas City. I think that's who it was. But, it is what it is. I mean, you're not going to have a great night every night. It's in the Yankee Stadium. It was against Paxton, who, I mean, did fine. But, when he goes down and your bullpen is fresh and you can step up there, when your starting pitcher isn't great, it falls off the table. When your hitting's not really that great, it falls off the table. It's a team game, right? One player doesn't win you games. Or at least it doesn't win you long term. Might win them. Gary Sanchez stepped up for them tonight. Gary Sanchez is their only good player outside of maybe Torres and maybe Gardner. Everyone else is hurt. I mean, Stanton's hurt. Judge is hurt. Literally, look at their names. Gardner, Voigt's pretty good. Sanchez, Torres, Ford, Urshela, don't even know who that is. Tauschman, don't know who that is. Maben and Wade. I have never heard of half of those guys. And, I mean, it's just due to their injuries, right? But then you look at our lineup, and like I said, they were going to put Andrianza in. I knew they were going to do something else in left field. It wasn't Cave. It was Gonzalez out there tonight in left field. Rosario got the night off. Who else was? Garver is in the leadoff spot. Just weird things that I'm telling you, they're not going to win you games. And like I said, it's not one player in particular. It's the whole team just didn't produce tonight. It happens. Not too worried about it. The errors will come and go, and we'll be back on track tomorrow. Like I said, we don't lose. The most times we've lost in a row this year is 2. Then we've come back to win. I expect tomorrow to be a win with Odorizzi pitching as well. But let's go through the stats for the hitters tonight. So Garver, top of the lineup, 0 for 4. His average has really dropped now to 308. That's still pretty good. His OPS is still above 1, but he has really taken a sharp turn downward after that Baltimore and Mets series. The first Baltimore series has really gone downhill from there. I don't like him at the leadoff spot. Maybe in another video I said he was really good in that leadoff spot. I really question it. I just don't think that's the move. He's not the fastest guy. He's not the best guy on the team to be doing that. I mean, you have Kepler, and he played. I don't know why he didn't. I mean, like I said, I didn't think he was going to be leading off tonight, but because it was Paxton. But still, like, is he the second best option? I know you've done it before, but like, is it look back at the notes? Is that really the best option? You've done it with Polanco before. I mean, why not even put like Andrianza or Buxton? Buxton could be a leadoff guy. I don't know why. You know what really Baldelli's thinking. He's not quite there yet. He's just not quite there with his lineups. But I told you it was going to be kind of weird. Let's go to Polanco, 0 for 3. But he got a walk and a run on a Nelson Cruz home run. Good to see him. At least he contributed a little bit in the 8th inning to get us within 3. We did have kind of a chance there in the 9th as well. But, you know, he another home run for him. Good for him. I want to see that, you know, against a good team like the Yankees. Not a bad team at 18-13. His average is still above 300 at 303. Polanco's OPS, even though he didn't get a hit tonight, is still above 1. Cruz's OPS is just about 1. So, I mean, those two guys are doing good. The top 3, I mean, even Garver with his OPS and struggling still a little bit, he's still doing very well. And then Crone went 1 for 3 with an RBI, 2 strikeouts. Cruz also had 2 strikeouts. Gonzalez went 2 for 4 tonight. He's finding it, though. That's good. He's been solid against those last couple of games in Houston. Tonight, he's been solid. Maybe put him at the leadoff hitter. I'd like to see Polanco as the leadoff hitter. I mean, there's other options. Polanco, put Rosario back in the 2 spot. Then Cruz, Gonzalez. There's so much you can do with the top of the lineup. And I just don't think Garver's it. Kepler went 0 for 4. He's been struggling kind of lately. The last couple of games after what was it, the first game of the Houston series? No, it wasn't the first game, was it? Whenever he hit that home run to lead off the game, kind of gone down since then. Not too much to worry about, but his average is 255 now. Again, I like to see that at 270, 275. He's been going 0 for 4. I know the last 2 nights, maybe into the 3rd night. Scope went 0 for 3 with a walk and a strikeout. Andrianza, is this a surprise? 0 for 4. Besides the home run off of Verlander, he has done nothing this season. He's batting 158. And then Buxton went 0 for 2 but got walked. Did he steal a base? No. I'm not seeing it. I'm not seeing a stolen base from Buxton. That's disappointing. I think Buxton needs to be the leadoff hitter, honestly, or something. Let him take walks, because maybe this is for another video, but I'm going to say it really quickly in this one. You want your leadoff guy getting on base, right? Usually pitchers don't find, Justin Morneau, if you guys are Twins fans and listen to the broadcasts, Justin Morneau said, it takes the pitchers, 2 to 3 innings to find that good pitch. Usually pitchers are really good with their fastball. Throw it in there for strikes. That's fine. That's what Barrios did yesterday. But it takes guys 2 to 3 innings to really find that 2nd and 3rd pitch. So here's the thing. If Buxton's up there, either hits the fastball, he can hit a fastball, or 2, so can Kepler. I mean, that's why Kepler's up there. But Buxton can either hit the fastball or make the guy work and then get on base, steal 2nd. I mean, if he gets on base, it's literally almost an automatic double. Turn a walk into a double. That's Ricky Henderson stuff. And, I mean, if you really like Kepler at the leadoff spot, put Buxton at the 2. I want to see these funky lineups, but we know that this one doesn't work. And I want to see something else, because you cannot go through the season basically throwing away your first game of the series, maybe getting a win out of it like we did in Houston, but just throwing away your first game because we want to rest guys and put a ridiculous lineup out there. That just doesn't work for me. I hope it I hope it works out, but I hope it doesn't look like that, right? Like the Houston series. I want it to work out, but I don't want it to be Andrianza, who is the only guy producing. And granted, that was against Verlander, but you know what I'm saying, right? Why is Andrianza the guy who steps up? I don't know, he might have been in the 8th spot in that game. But try throwing a weird lineup together. Put Buxton at the 2, Rosario at the 1, Kepler at the 3. Kepler can hit the ball. Try something else, because Rosario seems to be struggling at the 2, or at the 4, excuse me. Cruz is really good at the 3 spot. Gonzalez has been hot lately. Mix these guys up. I mean, there is something about consistency where you're batting in a lineup, but find something that works and stick with it, and if it doesn't work, change it. This is their secondary lineup. It's not working. You got to change it. Their primary lineup works. That's what we did against Houston the last 2 days. We win. I don't know why we keep changing it. Granted, there was a lefty on the mound tonight. That's different. But it seems like every first game of the series, we do something like this. And it wasn't a surprise that we lost. To be honest, I'm not surprised that we lost. Now, we're going to come back tomorrow, and Odorizzi's going to pitch a great game, because that's how he's been super hot lately. But we're gonna need some consistency here, and that's the biggest thing about baseball: consistency. So I hope you guys enjoyed the video, though. The biggest thing, though, to take away is Cruz hit a 2-run home run, and he's on track. He's good. He knows what he needs to do, and that'll pay off during the long run. Like I said, Sanchez won the game for them tonight, but that's not going to work all season. We're going to come back. We're going to get it tomorrow. Hopefully Pineda, is the opener on Sunday. We'll figure it out. I mean, we're still one of the best teams, if not the second best now in the AL. How did Houston do tonight? I guess, did they even play? Did Houston get an off day? I'm not finding them, so maybe they got an off day. Cleveland won tonight. Freaking Seattle. That's all I got, though, for you today. It is a tough loss, but it happens. It's going to happen. It's a long season. But, hey, at least Cruz is on track. I mean, we'll get it. We'll get it tomorrow. So, that's all I got for you today. Make sure to come back tomorrow, and we'll see you then.